Hi everyone, my name is Gaby and welcome to Core 30. For today's workout, all we're going to need is our mat, a bottle of water so we can drink some whenever we're getting a little dehydrated, and of course a great attitude so we can complete this difficult core workout. So let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with just warming up our neck, rolling it out here, going in any direction you feel is most comfortable for you, to relieve yourself of any possible strain we have in our necks. We get strain in our necks throughout the day, being on our phones, on our computers, doing our schoolwork, or any other work we may be doing at our desks. So it's important to relieve any strain you have, especially as in core exercises we could get additional strain in our necks, which we're gonna try to avoid in today's workout. So really, we're about halfway through, so rotating to the other side if you haven't done so already. Really trying to work every part of the neck, but emphasizing where you feel is most in need for you. We got 10 more seconds here, so really focus on this neck one last time. And in 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out now, and let's start doing some arm circles forward. Starting to get our shoulders into the mix now. We can start stepping it out from side to side. Starting to get our whole body moving here now. Nice and slow and easy. Starting to increase the circles into larger circles going forward. Starting to really continue stepping it out, making it faster if you want to really wake up that body while still moving those shoulders out. If we're in any planks at any time in this workout, those shoulders are going to feel it. So we really want to make sure they're nice and warm here. Now rotating it, doing it again now, just backwards. Going small and starting to opening it up a little bit larger now. Feeling it in our shoulders, really working it. If it's a little uncomfortable to do both arms at the same time, we can always do one arm at a time here. And do the other arm, making sure we're getting an even rotation in both arms here. And relax. Shaking out those arms. We're getting ready for a march twist now. So having our hands right near our heads, not on them. We don't want strain on our necks, just right near them. And we're going to be marching and twisting, trying to get that elbow to knee here. It's okay if you don't reach it all the way. The important part is that you're engaging and contracting the core here. Our first core exercise here, really waking up that core and getting it ready for the rest of today's workout. Staying here, noticing that my hands are right next to my head, not directly on them. I don't want to be putting pressure on our neck, trying to pull my head down. Instead, just having the hands up here as a goal. If your arms get tired, you can drop them, shake them out for a second. Try to still keep the same motion of the twisting as much as you can while you stretch out those shoulders a little bit more. And in 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those arms, those legs. And now we're getting ready for a side crunch, a standing side crunch that is. So I want you to reach up as high as you can and then pull it down as you lift the knee up. Doing the same on the other side here, really engaging the obliques, the side of our core here as we go from side to side here. We can either stay with this pulling down method, or we can go back to our hands near our heads and try to reach elbow to knee again, but just going sideways now. It's up to you, whatever you prefer. Personally, I like the reaching down method. I feel as if my shoulders and my back are getting a little bit more of a stretch. Of course, focusing on the obliques here. We got 10 more seconds, so keep at it, keep working. We're almost done with this warm up, and we're gonna get straight into the body real soon. And in 3, 2, and 1. Last move of this warm-up, following me to the side of our mats, going into our inchworm. So we're going to be hinging at the hips here, coming low and onto the mat, walking it out into our plank, and then walking it right back up. Really stretching out those legs, those glutes, and starting to get our core into the mix and our shoulders as we're in our plank position here. And then we're coming it right back up. Continuing with this pattern, working those back, that shoulder, making sure we're having good plank form, shoulders, elbows, and wrist all in line. while keeping our glutes tucked in and everything nice and aligned. We got about 10 more seconds here. Try to get about 1 or 2 more reps in before we take a quick water break and get into our body of our workout. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Go ahead, grab some water. I'm gonna explain our very first set, so take your rest while I explain our set. The first exercise, we're gonna be down on our mats, and we're gonna do a V-up sit-up is what I like to call it. So we're gonna lay down flat on our mats here. Then hands above our head, nice and flat like a starfish. Bringing the legs up into the sky, bringing our body up, touching the toes, just like this. Continuing with this pattern, it's almost like a combination of a V-up and a sit-up here. If that's a little bit too difficult, we can break it up. We can go into a leg raise or lower, bringing the legs back into the air, and once they're in the air, go into a toe touch. Breaking it up makes it a little bit simpler, being able to focus on one thing at a time. It's up to you which one you prefer to do. They both work equally as well. Next move, we're gonna go into a reverse plank. It looks something like this, if you're not familiar with it. And then once you're up here, try to keep your hips as high as possible. We're gonna extend one of the legs, and we're gonna crunch it in. And then we're gonna switch other side, crunch it in. Just like this, getting our crunch into, getting our knee as close up into our chest as we can, really engaging the core as we're up there and as we're crunching with our legs. That's it, it's just those 2 exercises. We're gonna be repeating it 3 times with a 35 seconds of work per exercise with a 15-second rest in between. So let me start our timer and we can get right into it. We're starting off with those V-up sit-ups, either all together or separate, it's up to you. But we're getting ready in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Bringing it down like a starfish, coming it up and touching those toes. Trying to do it as nice and controlled as possible. If you're struggling a little, that's totally okay. Start off with it breaking it up, and then if you feel like it's too easy there, then we can go up and go into putting it all together. We got about 10 more seconds here, so keep at it, lowering the legs, bringing it back up, toe touch. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down, relax. That was an intense first round. We're getting ready for our reverse plank crunches. We're starting in about 5 seconds, so let's get ready, get into it in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, lifting it up, lifting those hips as high as you can, and extending the leg out, crunching it in. Next leg, crunching it in. Trying to get that leg as close up into your chest as you can, really engaging the core, making sure everything's nice and tight. We got a little bit less than halfway to go here. Keep going, getting that leg up into your chest as much as you can, engaging that core. Keeping those hips raised. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down. See, that was just our first round. We got 2 more to go, so really grab a quick drink of water. We're getting ready for our V-up sit-ups. In 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Laying it out, lifting it up, sitting it up. Choosing which method you prefer and sticking to it. I really want you guys to push yourself here. Focus on your own personal goals and try to reach them. We got about 15 more seconds here, so keep going. Making sure we're never holding our breaths here. It's very a common tendency to hold our breaths throughout ab or core exercises, so really try to combat that and make sure we're breathing. And relax. Going back onto the breathing, I really want you guys to make sure you're breathing, using your breathing techniques as a way to contract and engage your core for a longer amount of time. You need that oxygen in your muscles. Let's get started in our next one. Lifting it up, getting that knee up into our chest and back down. Extending the leg up into our chest and back down. Staying with this pattern, keeping our hips raised as much as possible. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, extend the legs farther away from you. It'll start working the glute a little bit as well as our legs. We got about 7 more seconds here. Keep pushing it through, keep going. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down. Relax, congrats. That's our second round. We got 1 more to go, so let's give it all we have in this last round. Catching our breath, we're getting ready in 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down into our starfish position and bringing it up, sitting it up. Either separating them into individual steps or putting it all together. It's up to you, but we're gonna work towards it. We got about 20 more seconds here. It's the last 20 seconds of this exercise, so we're gonna give it all we have right here. 10 more seconds, keep going, keep pushing. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down, relax. That last round, I really pushed myself to do my best. I want you guys to have that same mentality to push yourself to do all you can in this entire workout. You get what you put into it. Let's get ready for our last exercise of this round. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lifting it up, extending the leg out, bringing it in. Continuing with this pattern, let's go. Keep going. Really having that leg out and come in. Bringing that knee close into our chest, contracting and engaging the core, making sure our hips are nice and raised. We got 10 more seconds. It's the last 10 seconds, then we get a nice long water break. So let's go. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down. Congratulations, that was our first set complete. Go ahead, grab some water. I'm gonna grab mine, and then we can continue onto our second set. Okay, everyone, hope you're finished drinking your water. Let's go back into our second set. This set is almost like a cardio plank round, so get your shoulders ready, get your heart rate ready, because we're going to get into it. Our first move is what I like to call ski abs. So we're going to be in our plank position here, up on our hands, or we can do it on our elbows. It's totally up to you, but we're going to be in our normal plank position, everything nice and straight, and then we're going to jump to the corner, really contracting the side of our obliques here, back in the middle to the other corner, almost as if our legs are going down the slopes here. Staying with this pattern, either jumping or we can step it out from side to side here. It's totally up to you. Do as what your body's telling you, but try to push your limits. Next move, we're going into a pike up. Again, in our plank position, nice and straight, nice and stable. And we're gonna jump, instead of to the side, straight up. And then back down, trying to get our feet as close up into our hands as we can. Again, if the jumping is too much, we can always tiptoe our feet up and then tiptoe our feet down. Making sure that as we come back down in our pike up, we're coming back down to our perfect form plank. Everything nice and stable and nice and straight. That's it for this set. We're gonna be doing it the same as our first set. 35 seconds of work with a 15-second rest in between, repeating it 3 times. So let me start a timer and we can get started. We're getting started in about 10 seconds with those ski abs. Let's get ready for them in our plank position here in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bring it down and jump it out. Getting that heart rate nice and up, working those core, working those shoulders as we jump from side to side. Our core is feeling as if we're going down the slopes here, either jumping or stepping. We got about 15 more seconds, so keep going, keep working, having good form, keeping everything nice and stable here as we go from side to side. We got 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, relax. Give your shoulders a nice roll out, a stretch if you need it. We're gonna be on them for quite a bit of time now, so getting them ready for our next one, our Pike Ups. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up into our Pike Ups now. Trying to jump our feet in as close as we can, working that lower core, getting it as high up, and when we jump back down, we're back into our perfect plank form. Not coming up here and staying up with our glutes up. You want to jump up and then back into our plank. Either jumping or tiptoeing it up and then tiptoeing it back down. We got 5 more seconds. And 3, and 2, and 1. Dropping it down. That's our first round. Heart rate's racing a little bit with those jumping in our plank position, but we're gonna keep pushing through. We're getting ready in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. We're skiing from side to side here. Jumping it out or stepping. It's up to you. We're gonna push through. We're gonna try our best and reach those goals that we have set place. We got 20 more seconds here. Keep at it. Either jumping or stepping it out. If you're feeling a little winded, but you want to keep trying, you can transition into the stepping out. That's totally fine, but keep pushing yourself. We got 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. Really shaking out those shoulders, making sure they're nice and loose, because we are halfway done with this set. We gotta keep going. We're getting ready for Pike Ups in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. In our planks, and we're jumping it nice and high, bringing it back down. High up, back down, nice and straight. Working that lower core here, working the shoulders and the back. Making sure our heart rate is nice and elevated. We're keeping it heavy here. Keep going, keep pushing. We got 10 more seconds. Keep going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. Relax. That was our second round. Congratulations. We got one more round to go of this plank cardio set. So let's give it all we have here. It's the last time, the last 35 seconds per exercise. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hit it. We're going from side to side here with our ski abs. Really twisting our core to feel it right here in our obliques again here as we go from side to side. We got 20 more seconds. It's the last 20 seconds. Let's keep pushing it. Let's go. We can do it. We're going through this together, so let's do it. We got less than 10 seconds to go. It's the last time. We're pushing through it. And in 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Drop it down. That was a hard one. We got one more to go with our Pike Ups. We're going to push through it. It's the last exercise. And then we get a nice long rest. So let's get into it. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up in our pikes. And we're jumping it nice and high and bringing it back down low. Keeping this pattern, picking up the pace if you can, or continuing with our tiptoeing. Making sure if we're tiptoeing, we're bringing it right back down, nice and straight. We got about 10 more seconds here, so keep pushing it, keep going, keep working. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down, relax. Congratulations, that's our second round. We got one more round to go, so let's go grab some water and we can get on to that last round. Okay, everyone, we're getting ready for that last round. It's gonna be a little bit of lower body, lower core, as well as our backs, our lower back, which I call the back of our core. So we're gonna start off in a boat position, which is here on our backs, feet slightly elevated off the floor, shoulders slightly elevated off the floor, and we're gonna just rock it back and forth here, almost as if we're in the water and we're going over waves like we're a boat. Afterwards, we're gonna turn it around, get on our stomachs, and then we're gonna go into Supermans. We're gonna fly in the air like Superman does. So I want you nice and flat on the floor here. Then you're gonna lift up your chest as well as your legs as much as you can, and lift as if you're flying off the ground here. And then bring it back down slowly. Up slowly, and then down slowly. Really working that lower core, that lower back of your core. That's it for this last set. Same thing as the other two sets. I bet you guys are getting the drill. 35 seconds of work with a 15-second rest, repeating it 3 times. Those last 2 moves, and then we're done. So let's put all we have right here, the last one. We're getting started. Let me just start our timer, and we're getting ready in about 10 seconds. So let's hit it. In 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Our boat position here, battling the waves as we're rocking it up and bringing it back down here. If this is a little bit difficult to hold, come down, lay down flat for just a second, catch your breath, bring it back up, and let's go. We got about 15 more seconds to go here, rocking it back and forth. We got this, 10 more seconds, keep going, keep pushing it, feeling it in that entire core here, really making sure it's nice and engaged. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down, relaxed. Staying here, laying down for just a second, catching your breath, letting that core rest, and getting ready to turn it around for our Supermans. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice and down flat, and we're lifting it up, flying in the air, coming down just as slowly here. Lifting our legs off the ground as well as our chest, trying to get our thighs not even to touch the ground if we can, and bringing that chest as far off the ground as we can as well. Bringing it down nice and slow, fighting against gravity here. We got 10 more seconds. Let's go. Let's push it. And in 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down and relaxing. That's our first round. We got 2 more to go. Turning it around. Getting ready for that boat position. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Let's hit it. In our boat position here, lifting the feet off the ground and starting to rock back and forth here. Really engaging the core, making sure we're not holding our breath. Especially in this position, we have a tendency of holding our breath a lot since we're holding a position. So trying to fight against that here, making sure we're breathing in and out. We got 10 more seconds here, so keep going. Fighting against the urge to stop. And in 3, 2, and 1, let it go, relax. Catch your breath. We only have to do that exercise 1 more time, so let's put it behind us for now and get ready for our Supermans. In 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Let's fly off this mat here, lifting it up and dropping it back down just as slow. Lifting it up and dropping it down just as slow. Working the back here, the lower back, and working that back of your core, as I like to call it. We have about 15 more seconds here, so really keep pushing, keep going, keep working. Trying to reach those goals, really set them and try to obtain them. We got 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down and relaxing. That's our second round complete. We got 1 more to go. So let's give it all we have in this last round. We're getting started in 3, 2, and 1. Last round, let's go. laying it back down and getting ready in our boat position. We're really gonna try to hold it the entire time in this last round, pushing ourselves. That's my goal. Let's see if I can reach it. We're gonna try to reach it together here. We got about 15 more seconds, so keep pushing it through. Holding it, we can hold it for 15 more seconds. I know we can. It's 10 seconds now, so let's go. Let's keep going. Making sure we're breathing in and out. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down. Hopefully you met whatever your goal was, and we can forget about that exercise and move on into our last time Supermans. We're getting ready to fly off in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Let's fly. Lifting up that chest and those legs, flying off the mat, coming right back down just as slow. Flying off the mat here and coming down just as slow. We're gonna continue doing this. We're working. We got this. Making sure we're breathing in and out as we come down. We got 10 more seconds. Keep pushing. It's the last 10 seconds here. Let's go. Let's do this together. And in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down, relaxed. That was our last set. Congratulations, everyone. Go ahead, grab some water. I'm gonna grab mine, and then I got a little surprise for everyone. Okay, everyone, hopefully you're done with your water. This last surprise is what I like to call a burnout round. We're just doing one exercise one time, and that's our burnout. We're gonna hold our plank for a minute, and then we get to cool down. So let's quickly start our timer so we have enough time for this last burnout round, my surprise for everyone here, and we can get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Holding our plank, really testing ourselves, making sure we're nice and stable here, and our glutes are tucked in under us. Our shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all in line here, either on your hands or on your shoulders, and we're pushing through this last burnout round of our core here. We're a little bit more than halfway there. We're gonna keep pushing it through here, and then we're gonna go straight into our cool down. So let's get ready. We're halfway, 30 more seconds. Let's go. Keep pushing it. If your goal is to get through 40 of these seconds, we're almost there, but I want you to try to meet that goal and surpass it. Everyone's stronger than what they think they are, so let's keep pushing our limits here. We got less than 15 seconds. Keep going. 10 seconds now. We got this. Last 10 seconds. We can do this. And in 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down nice and easy. Bring it up. Give yourselves a nice shoulder stretch here going into our cool down. Really giving our shoulders a rest after that plank and after that plank set we had earlier. Switching sides now, going into the opposite side shoulder stretch here. Bringing your arm as close into your chest as you can. And out. One more time, breathing it in and out. Give those shoulders a nice stretch here, a nice shaking it out. And let's get right into our downward dog here. Hands on the mat, lifting the glute up into the air and pushing our palms down into the floor here. Really trying to extend that shoulder and that back here, giving our hamstrings a nice stretch. And now transitioning into an upward dog here to give our core, of course, the stretch it needs. Getting those shoulders away from our ears, really pushing down against the mat here. Trying to really elongate the core, our midsection, as we're in this position here. Making sure we're breathing in and out. One more time, breathing it in and out. Curling our feet under us now and going into our child's pose here. Let me get more on the mat here. Into our child's pose, really pushing our palms into the floor, stretching out those shoulders, that back, and working our cool down. Breathing it in and out. One more time, breathing it in and out. Standing it up onto your feet as slowly as you can, making sure that head is the last thing that comes up. Thank you everyone for being here today. I hope you had an amazing time as I did. If you guys want, fill out the form, the survey below, give me some feedback, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. I can gladly adjust my workouts for you guys. And I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.